What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today I am doing a trade with another collector. Now this is actually the first time I've done a trade. Basically, someone I've sold a statue to, they wanted to get the Shao Kahn with the hammer and they had the exclusive. And I've had mine for probably 7 years now. And I already have a Shao Kahn with a hammer. So I thought, you know what, why not? I'd like a Shao Kahn with the his like spear. So we decided to do the trade. Now he had shipped mine, but I couldn't find the box for mine. You guys have no idea how frustrating it is finding a box for my collection, especially one like that size when you have 400 boxes. So I'm actually just going to use his box and ship mine back to him. So I'm going to ship that off to him tomorrow. But wanted to show you guys this. So this statue was actually my first 1/4 scale statue I ever owned, believe it or not. I bought this, I think, for $350 like 8 years ago when I first got into collecting. When I first started collecting, I was collecting Dragon Ball Z first. I got like a small Goku statue, very like a 1/6 Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then I bought a Sonya Blade by Psycho. And then Shao Kahn was my first 1/4. My second 1/4 was actually Nathan Drake. And when I was collecting statues back then, this basement wasn't finished. It was actually, totally unfinished. I'd only been in my house for a few years, and I had my 2 upstairs bedrooms, like my spare bedrooms, and I had that table you guys see me do all the unboxings on. I had literally just statues on that. So I had my Shao Kahn, my Sonya, and my Uncharted, like my first few statues. But today we do say a bittersweet goodbye to this statue because I'll be keeping this one. Now, if I did not have my classic Shao Kahn, I would not have done this trade. But because I have my classic with the bloody hammer, I did want to go ahead and switch it up. It'll just give me more variety in my Shao Kahns. So I originally thought you might be able to, just like him ship me this weapon, but there is no way in doing that because this arm stays. Like, this does not come out, where this one, it comes out because it attaches to this. So, otherwise, the arms are in the exact same position, as you can see. It's just this back arm is more in a throwing pose instead of holding that Shao Kahn hammer. And then they both come with, the same portraits. You get this unmasked portrait, which, honestly, I've never displayed, and I don't even know why they even include those. I will never display that. Shao Kahn looks his best with his helmet on. His helmet's awesome looking, like so cool. So that is the way to do it. Now on the COA, they actually do have it helmetless here, which is funny looking. It's like, why would anyone ever display this, honestly? It's so funky looking. I'm going to show you actually right now. So I never actually reviewed this piece when I originally got it. So there you have it, how it looks. I suppose, there are collectors out there that like to get doubles of everything, especially when it has switch outs, and then they display each switch out. So I suppose if, like, let's say, for example, you were to have both Shao Kahns, this is probably the way to display it, honestly. That way you get best of both worlds. So, at one point, I actually did buy a second Mortal Kombat 9 Scorpion statue. Because I had the exclusive, I wanted to display a different head on the other statue. Because I saw other collectors at the time constantly buying double MK, double Street Fighter. I thought, man, that's so cool. They'd have 3 of one statue. And then I realized what a big waste of money and space that is. So I immediately sold my Scorpion, and I've never done that since. Never bought a duplicate statue. So, yeah, we'll be saying goodbye to my Shao Kahn. I'll be shipping it off to my the person that sent me this one. He's from my Facebook group. He also bought my MK Classic Ninjas off me. All 4 of them, actually, when I decided to put them up for sale. So, more or less, the statues look, identical. There might be some subtle differences between the two. Like the bottom of my base is darker than that one. As well as this part is a little more darker than that one. Shao Kahns themselves more or less look the exact same. Like the skin paint and armor. There's a few subtle differences. Like I notice that looks a little bit different than that one. Could just be a casting thing. Otherwise, they're pretty much the exact same. A few color variations. Granted, these are painted, you know, by hand. It's not a machine painting them, so every statue is honestly going to be different. You can always point out a few subtle differences. So to me, the immediate one is really just the bottom of the base is definitely darker on mine. That's not a good or a bad thing. So the one positive thing of the Conquer edition is it is a lower edition size, being the exclusive, 150 versus 350. And this was one of PCS's earlier statues, so they never even did this signature of the, you know, at the time, the owner, Jerry Macaluso. So, yeah, there you have it, though. So let's go ahead and put this Shao Kahn Conquer edition in my collection and see how it looks. You know, before I've always had this one, and now we're switching to this one. So let's just take a look how it looks next to Katana and Baraka. Alrighty, YouTubers. So here is the Shao Kahn Conquer edition now in the collection. And you know what? This was actually the final statue that I never actually got an exclusive out of. Because my Katana, Baraka, Sub-Zero, Scorpion were all exclusive. Every classic is exclusive. It was really just Shao Kahn I had the regular. All my MK10 is exclusive. So yeah, this was the only statue I actually had a regular. So now I have a full exclusive statue collection, which is pretty darn cool. Now, just so you're aware, that back spear, it is quite big, honestly. It does add some presence, which I do like. It is adjustable, so you can twist it, move it up and down on his arms to angle it, which does help, you know, if you have a shelf and you need to angle it a different way. But it's quite big, pretty cool, no doubt. I do like it, so I'm happy with the trade. I give me something different because I do have that Shao Kahn, who has the massive hammer. And there's Alexa going off again, right? So, yeah, there it is. Shao Kahn exclusive in the collection. Little bit of change. So, pretty freaking cool. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and box up my old Shao Kahn, print out a label, and drop that bad boy off tomorrow. And I'm actually displaying Baraka's regular arms. I've been displaying his exclusive arms since I've gotten them. I pretty much exclusively do the EX on that Sub-Zero. I do like the ice sword. It's cool, but I much prefer that. Katana, I actually kind of prefer her regular instead of the blood on hers. Scorpion, I always like to do the flaming skull. That one's so sick looking. But that one, I always do normal skull. And then this Katana, I'll be doing bloody all the time because the blood effects are really well done. I didn't really like how they were resin on that one. It looked kind of funny. Anyways, folks, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In general, trading statues can be a risky business. You know, I've seen people scam people or send broken stuff or whatever. So it can be risky. So if you ever are going to do trading, make sure you know, that person is completely vouched for. You trust them 100%. Because let's say you ship your statue to them and they provide you a false label or whatever, then you're kind of in a horrible, scammy situation. So you really got to be very careful whenever you do trades. You know, get complete vouching and whatnot. So had I found the box for mine, I would have shipped mine last week when this, you know, my guy shipped mine. But I told him I couldn't find the box and he was completely fine waiting until I received his before I shipped mine off. Which also does give me a good comparison video, which is also nice. So yeah, I'll get that shipped out tomorrow. Thank you. Not going to name names, but you know who you are if you're watching this video. But that is it, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.